My name is Rich Kern, and I now live in Appleton, Wisconsin, which is roughly an hour and a half north of Milwaukee or 40 minutes south of Green Bay, depending upon whereabouts in those cities you are. I am originally from Chicago. I'm born and raised in Chicago, but I married a cheesehead, and so now I live behind the cheddar curtain of Wisconsin. And so that's my beautiful bride there of almost 23 years. And we have two boys. We have a sophomore in college, and the one in purple is my senior in high school. And so we are doing the college visit, where are you going, what are you studying kind of thing right now. And my wife and I are both in mourning that our babies are no longer babies, and also secretly sending each other pictures of white sandy beaches saying, I don't know where that is, but about 6 months from now, we're going to go find this, so don't tell the kids. So any of you have kids that are older, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That on the one hand, you're like, wow, we get to be just us again. We've talked about this when the kids were screaming and in diapers, that it'll be so long before it's just us and we can date again. But yet there's also a loss that's there. Because as much as you curse the crazy life, you love the crazy life, And so we'll see. We're going to have to learn to be empty nesters, and some of you have already made that journey, and we're about to. I am an Irish citizen. My family, I have dual citizenship of both Ireland and America. Love to golf, and I ran my first marathon. I did the Chicago Marathon about 4 years ago. Significance behind that is it was about 20 some odd years now. I was in an accident that left me paralyzed. And when I was in the hospital after I started to regain things, because obviously I didn't sever my spinal cord, it was being pinched off. I had written a list, and besides walk was one step, and then I said I'm going to run a marathon someday, and it took me about 25 years to do it. But so that's why I did it in Chicago, because that was my hometown, and so I was going to run Chicago. And quite frankly, from a very strategic standpoint, Chicago is a flat marathon. The biggest hill, no kidding, is the bridge that you have to go up the hill to get to the bridge to come into Grant Park, which is at the end of the marathon. Other than that, it is dead flat. And so I'm no dumb cookie either. Run an easy one if you're going to run a marathon, right? But I played hockey for 18 years. I went on scholarship in college, and then all that ended when I had my accident. It happened in college. And I love to fish. I learned to fish. I grew up in the city of Chicago, so Vandecamps was the only fish I knew, the ones you stick in the oven. Now I'm an avid fisher. I love it. In fact, my son and I are going and doing a Canadian trip in May, where we're going to go and do one of those things where there's no cell service, there's no nothing. It's just the two of us, and if you don't catch, you don't eat. So, and I'm totally looking forward to it. So anyway, so that's a little bit of who I am. The book was written for the Bishops' Conference that I was asked to present at, that was down in Orlando. I guess it's a year and a half ago now. When they gathered the national church. So in particular, I was asked to come in and share about what's happening in parish life, and that's the purpose of the book. And so thanks to J.S. Paluch, you all have a copy of that.